Hello BookTube, today I am bringing you my review of Enduring Love by Ian McEwan. Now, firstly I would like to say, gorgeous book, gorgeous cover, lovely. I've seen a few other editions of this as well and it's absolutely stunning. Secondly, I would like to say I'm sorry that this is going to have spoilers in it, but I was trying to think about how I could do this review without spoilers, but because of the nature of this book, I felt like to really express my opinion on it, I needed to put spoilers in there. They're not going to be massive, revelations necessarily, but they're just little things that I think, knowing it, you maybe wouldn't bother reading it. So I'm sorry about that, but I just thought I really wanted to get my opinion across because I'm really quite disappointed with this. I have to say, I've had it on my shelf for a few months and it's been one of those books that since I got it, I've just been wanting to read it and having to sort of stop myself from jumping ahead of my queue and reading it because it just sounded so good. This is basically about obsessive love. It's a very odd idea. It's about Joe and it's about his obsessive lover, or no, not really obsessive lover, obsessive stalker, Jed Parry. And it all starts with a balloon incident where a hot air balloon is sort of flying away and all the men in the park at the time run towards the balloon, Joe and Jed Parry being two of them, and that's how they meet. One of the guys ends up dying from holding on to the balloon when everyone else lets go of it, and he then falls from a great height and dies, and Jed Parry and Joe go down to discover this. That night, Joe gets a funny phone call from Jed saying, "I love you," and from then on, Jed just constantly stalks him, is constantly outside his house, constantly calling him, constantly making declarations of love. The reason I was disappointed with this, it had so much potential. I thought at points it was a bit pretentious. I have to say this is my first Ian McEwan. I did have it in my head that he might be a bit pretentious. At points it was, but generally I was reading it really hopefully because it was good and it was beautifully written, and it kind of reeked to me of an unreliable narrator. I was really hoping that it turned out that there wasn't just this senseless obsession, that there was something fueling it, that Joe wasn't being honest with us. Turns out he was. It was as simple as it seemed. It's a very short book, and I just felt like it was unrealistic. I just felt like there was no grounds for this obsession. We didn't really find out much about why Jed Parry felt this way. It was unexplained for the most part, and it was just stupid, basically. I thought really disappointing. Really just an unthought-through plot, I feel. Like, I don't know. I think it would have been better if we had alternating chapters between Joe and Jed. I felt like we needed to know Jed's character, to know why he felt like he had to stalk Joe and go to the extents that he did, because it just isn't really explained. It's just, it happens and that's that. And I think with something like this, you have to explain it, otherwise it's just strange and doesn't add up for the reader. But anyway, that's my opinion on it. I thought it was silly. I thought it was very much hinted that there was an unreliable narrator, maybe that Joe had made up Jed. I thought that was going to happen. It didn't. In the end, it is what it is. Joe's been telling the truth. People don't believe him, but he has. I found that a major anticlimax, and I would not recommend this. This is the first book I probably said that I wouldn't recommend, but I really wouldn't. So, apologies, Ian McEwan. I have got Atonement. I am going to read that one as well, hoping that'll be more up my street, but really disappointed with this one. I will be watching the film because I found out about the film first, bought the book so that I could then watch the film, but I've been told that's not great either. So, yeah, sorry Ian, bit disappointing. Bye.